Good morning, Islanders, and welcome back to our Facebook Live series, Ask an Islander. I'm Ariana Rodriguez, one of your What's Up ladies. And I know, I cannot believe we're about to register for spring. Like, I'm not even ready for fall. But it's okay. We are sitting down with academic advisor Carrie Reed, and she's going to tell us all the good stuff about academic advising. So thank you for sitting down with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we know most students aren't required to see their academic advisors, but why should we see them?
It's very important to meet with your academic advisor regularly so that you're aware of your degree plan requirements, so that you know what courses you need to be looking for next semester, next year. Also, if you're interested in mapping out your degree, they would be the perfect person to ask questions. Or if you're confused on any policies or procedures the university has, they can usually answer those questions or find the answers for you.
So I know y'all are getting super busy right now because scheduling is coming up and people are booking appointments like crazy. So what if I can't see you before I need to make my schedule?
Sometimes that does happen. Students are not able to get an appointment right away with an advisor. I always recommend that they go ahead and log into Degree Planner, and that website can be found from the university's main webpage. If you click on For Students, it's right there, Degree Planner. Log into there, look and see what courses are on your degree plan. You can even click on the classes on there and they'll tell you a description of the course, any prerequisites that are listed. So kind of make a tentative plan, look at the schedule on sale and see which courses are being offered this semester and what works, and then go ahead and register when registration opens. And then meet with your advisor whenever you can get an appointment, and if there's any adjustments that need to be made or any changes they'd recommend, they'll let you know at that time. But the most important thing is get registered for some classes.
Okay, so we shouldn't be just seeing you once a semester. How often do you recommend students see their advisors?
I would recommend that you check in with your advisor at least at the very minimum, maybe once a semester. 2 to 3 times a year would be ideal, especially if you're taking summer courses. You want to check in and make sure those are the best options for you. You're not required to meet with them, but the more often you do meet with them, the more knowledge you're going to get on your degree requirements and are more likely to stay on track to graduate on time.
Yeah, because I know some classes are only offered in the fall or the spring.
Yes.
Is that information available online somewhere, or are you the only one who knows that information?
Some course rotation schedules are listed in the catalog, so you can look at course descriptions in the catalog to see if those are listed. You can also look at if your program has a handbook, or you can view the descriptions of the entire degree plan in the catalog as well. But the best person to ask, just in case changes are happening, would be your academic advisor.
Okay, so those are all the questions I have. So we're going to jump into questions we got previously from our viewers. So let's see. What is the best advice to give a college freshman when they're the first in their family to attend college?
If you're a first-generation student, college can be a little bit intimidating at first. Some of the biggest struggles freshmen tend to have would be stuff dealing with time management, learning study skills. College is a lot different than high school, so it can be difficult to adjust to that, but we provide lots of student services on campus to assist with that. So if you need help with tutoring or supplemental instruction, you can go to CASA. We have a first generation program on campus, so you could always check in with them and see what resources they have available for you. But a great person to start with would be your academic advisor. So schedule a meeting with them. We're happy to go over on-campus resources, as well as just helpful hints that we've experienced as we've gone through college as well.
Yeah, I know we were talking about before, finding your niche on campus, whether that's in an organization, whether that's starting your own thing, or getting involved in some kind of athletics. Finding your own niche on campus plus all those resources is what first-generation students should really be doing.
Yes, I do agree. It's imperative that they find a way to connect to the campus, and it'll make their time here much more valuable.
Awesome. Let's see. Okay, being that I'll be graduating in December and attending graduate school in the spring, do I still need to apply for financial aid before getting accepted? What's the difference when applying for financial aid as a undergraduate student compared to a graduate school? Do I need to change anything?
There are several big differences between undergraduate financial aid and graduate financial aid. That would be a question that would be best answered by a financial aid advisor. So I'd recommend going and meeting with the financial aid advisor and getting some clarification on what steps you need to take to make sure there's no issues with your financial aid when you start your grad program.
But building on looking into graduate schools, there are advisors for the graduate program. If we have any like specific questions, is that a question we can direct to y'all?
Yes, for graduate programs, academic advisors can certainly help you with the degree plan requirements, kind of help you interpret that, any forms or policies and procedures that you need to know for your specific program. But when it comes to curriculum questions, especially if you're on a more individualized type of graduate program, like maybe you're getting a master's in marine biology or something like that, and your coursework is going to be very tailored to your research interest, you would also want to meet with your committee and your faculty advisor as well.
Awesome. Let's see. Is there an alert that lets you know when to apply for graduation, or will there just be an announcement sent per email?
There is no official alert that goes out to all students that are eligible to graduate, but academic advisors generally send to their students reminders of the deadlines coming up. So we would send reminders for the regular fee deadline, for the late fee deadline. If we know that a student is planning to graduate and we still don't see them on their list, sometimes we'll even send an individual email to that student. So we do our best to get the word out, but those deadlines are posted on the academic calendar as well.
That is why it's so important to see all advisors, though, so you can know, like, I'm graduating for sure next spring, so what do I need to be doing this fall to be ready for that? Let's see. Okay, I think we already got that one. Let's see. Do I need an internship to graduate? If so, how many do I need?
Not all programs require an internship. Certainly internships are helpful in almost any field that you're pursuing. To find out if your degree requires an internship and what those specific requirements are, I'd recommend first logging onto your degree planner, seeing if you see an internship course, and if you so, then going and talking to your academic advisor to find out more information about those requirements.
We just got a question. Do I need to meet with someone before I apply to graduate?
It is strongly, strongly recommended that you meet with an academic advisor before you apply to graduate, just to make sure there are no requirements that you're not aware of, to make sure everything's on track and that you're set to graduate that semester.
The overview of this video is meet with your advisors.
Yes,
they are going to be your best friends to get out of this campus and go get a job. So yeah, advisors are going to be your best friends.
And I would recommend anybody that is graduating in the next year to be meeting with their advisor very regularly to make sure that you are aware of when courses are offered and aware of all of your degree requirements.
Awesome. Let's see. What advice do you have on the decision whether or not to get a minor?
To get a minor, a lot of students do pursue minors. I think that they're a great option, especially to give a student some background or foundational knowledge in a different area other than their chosen major. They can help you when you're looking for jobs. It can make you a more competitive candidate. You can also use those foundational courses if you want to apply for a graduate program in the area that your minor was in. So you would already have a little bit of foundational knowledge when you're going to apply for that.
Awesome. Let's see. I'm worried about graduating on time. Do you have any advice for mapping out our degree plan?
See your academic advisor. So the biggest thing that you can do is see your advisor. I strongly recommend students do take ownership of their education and do your best to map out what you think would be the four-year map, but also meet with your advisor and confirm that these courses are offered this semester, that you're going to be meeting prerequisites, that there's no degree plan requirement that you missed. They're going to be the experts on that. So you want to confirm your plan with them.
Especially if we have students with special circumstances that can only take this many hours this time or this many hours next semester, so working with the advisor on that.
Yes.
So holds. Okay, so have y'all ever been registering at midnight and then you realize you have a hold? What do we do about holds in general, and if we have that midnight scare?
Yes, so don't cry, don't fret. Holds are a common occurrence. They can be put on by a variety of different offices on campus. I strongly recommend every student go onto SAIL today or this weekend and check their holds. If you log into SAIL, you click on the student link, you click on student records, you can see your holds. So you want to make sure if there's any holds that you get those cleared up. Usually it will tell you the office that you need to contact. So if it's the business office, if it's admissions, if it's advising. If it's an advising hold, obviously see your advisor. If you have questions about it, not sure who to go to, you can always email or contact your advisor, and we're happy to assist you with that as well. But we don't want you to miss your opportunity to get your perfect schedule because you have a hold.
There also, I'm sure you've been getting emails, guys, that there's going to be Duo. All students are going to be having to do Duo. So this could cause some confusion with Sail and Blackboard. So make sure you have like the right app and that you are checking off that you have Duo good to go. Because if not, you're going to have some problems logging into Sail, Blackboard, all that good stuff.
Yes, Duo is going to control all of our online platforms.
So have Duo. I know I have the app, so if you need to get the app to like send pushes to you, you definitely need to do that. Let's see, going back to our questions. What is the major biology field test every biology and biomedical science student is required to take?
So biology students or biology majors are no longer required to take the major field test. Biomedical science students are, however. And what the major field test is, it's a general kind of exam over the foundational courses of biology. So there's really, it stresses students out a lot, but in reality, it's an exam on the computer, it's multiple choice, you must sign up for it, and it is only offered in the fall and spring, and you must complete it to graduate, but it is graded on a credit, no credit basis. So what the program is trying to do is kind of gauge how what the students are getting out of the courses, the foundational courses in their major, and what they might need to make improvements on, or what you might want to make changes to. Okay. So it's nothing to stress about, but it is something you need to be aware of, and it is something that you need to talk to your advisor about as you get closer to graduation to make sure you get that taken care of.
Awesome. During your last semester, if you're not full-time and your financial aid requires you to be in order to keep getting aid, can we take classes that are not required in our major, or is there something that helps justify not being full-time your last semester?
From my understanding, financial aid will not fund courses that are not specifically listed on your degree plan, but that would be a question that would be better answered by somebody from financial aid.
Awesome. Let's see. How often, we've talked about this kind of, but how often should students meet with their academic advisor? Is it mandatory for any student to meet with their advisor?
It could potentially be mandatory if they have an academic advising hold. Some programs might put first year advising holds on to get freshmen to come in and make sure they go over their degree plan. It's not mandatory unless you have a hold that you need to have taken care of, but it's strongly, strongly encouraged so that you know your requirements, you're staying on track, and that you can finish your degree in 4 years.
So building on that freshman, I remember I had to meet with my advisor before I could get into my next learning community. Mm-hmm. Is that like across the board, or is that only special circumstances?
It depends. So some learning communities are restricted to specific majors, so you need to be aware of that, and if there is an option for your major, you want to make sure you're selecting that. I know the standalone freshman seminars will require advisor approval. Some of them will even require university college approval. So you want to make sure that you get those permits taken care of before registration opens so that you don't have any issues registering.
And who do I need to talk to for that?
It would depend. So if it's an advising approval, your academic advisor. If it states you must contact the Department of Undergraduate Studies or Department of English for some online English courses, then you would want to go through that process.
Before the video, we talked about there's a new requirement for many freshmen. What was that about? And like that it's going to be a hold on their account? The Think About It.
Oh, the Think About It. Yes, the Think About It course is required for all freshman students to complete. You should have received an email about it either after your orientation or during the first week of classes. And if you do not complete that course, you will have a hold placed on your record. The holds were put on place this week, so you want to go ahead and check your sale and make sure that you don't have a hold for that. If you do, you want to go ahead and get that taken care of. So find that email and sign up and take care of it before registration starts.
As soon as possible, so no holds in your account, and you can register as soon as it opens for you. Got our last question. So back to internships. Do internship hours affect grades?
It would depend on how the internship course is graded. So if it's graded on, an ABCD scale, then yes, it's going to impact your GPA. If it's graded as a credit, no credit, then it's not going to impact your GPA, but you must receive credit to complete that requirement to earn your degree.
Awesome. And one last thing, I know Carrie Reed does like special programming. She advises very special programming, so she wanted to highlight the Viking.
Yes, our concurrent partnership with Del Mar it's called the Viking Islander program, and what it is students apply to TAMU-CC and they're offered admission through this program where they take some of their hours here at TAMU-CC and they take the rest of their classes at Del Mar College. Once they meet certain requirements, they're eligible to fully transfer over here and officially declare their major. Students in the VIP program, if you have questions, if you're concerned about your schedule, please come and see me and I'd be happy to assist you.
Okay, so registration is going to open October 30th for seniors, and then every day after that, juniors, sophomores, freshmen. You have until January 13th to register, but definitely registering as soon as possible, as soon as your holds are open and all that good stuff, so you can get the classes you want at the times you want. No one wants to be waking up for an 8 a.m. Let's be real. So definitely registering as soon as possible, making sure you have no holds, making sure you see your academic advisors. So we had a giveaway this week for a planner, some awesome pens. So we would like to congratulate our winner, John Bell. Congratulations. We will put in the comments how you can pick up your goodies. And be sure to tune in next week. We are sitting down with Allison Frost for our first theater show. We are so excited. And if you keep an eye on our post, you may be able to win some free tickets. I mean, I don't know, but I would definitely keep an eye on our stuff to see what is going on. Thank y'all for tuning in, and have a good Friday, y'all.